Hello and welcome to this very special edition of 7 Minutes in Hell. Happy almost New Year to my good friend Camry.
Happy almost New Year to you too, Joe.
Wow, we have done so many episodes. We've had so many laughs. We've had so many guests. And these episodes, what we're going to do is we're going to take you through some of our favorite topics of the year. Camry, are you excited?
I cannot wait to see your favorites.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is my episode. Camry gets her own episode of her favorites because we have conflict over what we think is good.
People think that we have a lot of conflict, but you know, they're right. But we're still friends.
Yeah, you were gaslighting me yesterday.
We don't got to get into it.
So we had these great conversations. Anyway, guys, if you're new to the show, thank you so much for tuning into the best of. If you don't like our best ofs, then you probably don't like the show. So please, I hope you like it. The show is 3 topics, and we spend 7 minutes on each topic. And so I've chosen from all of the episodes, just 3 topics.
That's hard.
Let's get into the first one. The reason I chose this topic is because it is the 7 Minutes in Hell. It is our most popular clip on social media. Okay. It has like 780,000 views.
Wowza.
So if you joined us from TikTok, hello, I'm the guy from the clip. I think Camry's in it.
And I'm
too.
Carrie Underwood.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, this one, the comments are really funny on this video because it's basically disparaging Carrie Underwood. Spoiler alert. And all the comments are either defending Carrie Underwood, like, I met her once and she's the nicest woman I've met. Or they're like, I agree, Carrie Underwood is the worst woman I've ever met. So there's no people who are just like, I met her once and she was okay.
All right.
But that's how we treat celebrities. So anyway, this is our friend Brittany she works at TheCHIVE Charities. And she's a very funny person, a very interesting person. And we loved having her as a guest. She talks about celebrity encounters. We love the controversy. We love the clip. We love the guest. Let's listen now. You've met like a lot of celebrities because you used to work in sports and television.
Yes. Yeah. So previous life, I worked in professional sports. I started with the Cavaliers, which was
That's a Cleveland
yes.
team.
Thank you.
I think
Camry.
people know.
Oh, I was just helping.
Yeah.
And I don't know much. So I was kind of excited that I knew.
Yeah. So sports on its own, I think I probably would have met some people through that. But then I worked for the Tampa Bay Lightning, the hockey team after that. And Tandem, we were the busiest concert venue in the United States at that point. So I also worked the concerts and events.
Mm-hmm.
And so we would meet the acts coming in to give them a gift from the arena.
Why do you put quotes around gifts?
Because the gifts were not, they were hockey jerseys with their name on the back. So it was like,
this stuff you got for free. And you're like, we got to get rid of this old jersey.
Yes.
Let's put Underwood on the back.
Exactly.
Right.
And at the time with her, she was married to Mike Fisher, who played for another team. And so she did not want the jersey.
So you gave Carrie Underwood a jersey.
Yes.
Okay. What's Carrie Underwood like?
Okay. She was not kind.
I've heard that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Now we're
I have
going.
heard that.
Okay.
Why?
So we go in and I go in with my boss, who was the venue booker. So that he's the guy that's like connected to Live Nation or AG. He's the one who decides who's actually going to play at the arena, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he signed her. He's this awesome guy. He's like 6'5", bald. He's from Alaska. So cool.
Just
so we
how I
go
like
in
him.
together. We've got our gift. We didn't just have the jersey. We had like a little plaque thing that like we had gotten her to, and like gift cards like Tampa restaurants while she was there.
Mm-hmm.
So we go in, it's like a meet and greet. You like put your hand out. I wish I could reach your hand to like demonstrate this. So
we understand how handshakes
Well, no,
work.
because it was her reaction. So she, first of all, looked this way. So I'm you. And
Okay.
she's like this.
So she's
Turns, like, doesn't even make eye contact. And she did the like dead fish, and she didn't say hi. She just gently placed her like fingers on my palm.
like a queen.
Like the
She
queen.
is the queen of country,
Yes.
as we all know.
And then in her defense, I guess, we gave her a Lightning jersey. She couldn't support the Lightning because of her husband. So she was like, I can't wear that.
So you were kind of fucking with her, though.
But like,
So
I don't
maybe
think we
she
meant
picked up on this fuck you energy, and she's like, yeah,
gonna send it
kiss
right
my
back.
little pinkies.
But we hadn't given her the jersey yet.
Okay, well, she knew it was coming. Miss Underwood has a great sense for when she's being
work
fucked
for
with.
her?
Yeah.
Miss Underwood doesn't appreciate your attitude, honestly.
But yeah, she was just not,
Okay.
I don't know. And then when Elmer, he was my boss, when he met her, she like
Oh, I'm on a first name basis
didn't.
with
Well,
him, so
I was
I
like,
knew
you don't know who
Elmer.
Elmer is. So she like just didn't say anything. Like usually they're like, hey, thanks for like having us. We're so excited to be here. Like it's going to be a great show. He'll ask them like, how was your room? Because like they set up their stage room backstage with a rider that has like all their stuff that they need in there, which is a whole other topic. Like they need like a full mini fridge of Red Bull for some reason, white M&Ms only.
Mm-hmm. That's them fucking with
Psychopath.
you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Very crazy. But she was just not, she was just like really cold.
Mhm.
And I think that's what I want to talk to you guys about is, do we have this expectation of how celebrities, like is she allowed to have a bad day?
I have this conversation all the time because I interview celebrities, sometimes even for this very website, TheCHIVE.com. And I don't like to judge people on a bad encounter because I don't know what they did last night. I don't know what they did at the airport that day. I don't know how the hotel treated them. And like, obviously, I can judge people on how nice they are. Like I can say the Lonely Island guys are some of the nicest guys I've ever met.
That's good to
Or
hear.
were they just having a good day?
Right. Well, they could, but yeah, like to me, I'm like, I will judge them on their best day, but I can't be like, because should I say a name?
Yeah,
of someone?
please.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like Chris Pine was one of the worst interviews I think I've done. This was old school. But I know because I was at the screening the night before, I know he got really drunk because he was smoking inside the theater. You're not allowed to smoke in the theater, I guess, unless you're a movie star.
That's how you know
Yeah.
someone's
And
drunk.
so like, and then on top of that, I know he was getting real drunk. And then the interviews were outside because it was for that Hell or High Water movie.
Oh, yeah.
So he was sweating his ass off all day. Also, I'm the last interview because I was local TV at that point. And so I'm like, yeah, if I was hungover in the sun for 6, and then I'm talking to this guy at the end of the day, like
Wolf.
I can't really judge him. Like he gave some good stuff on camera, but he was definitely like low energy, like not the happiest. But but to me, that's like probably my worst, and it's not that bad. So I wouldn't judge him. But when people come in, like Jake Johnson came in, so friendly, said
So
hi
nice.
to everyone,
Yeah.
joked with everyone. Like,
But
I'll
you're
judge
not
them
allowed
on
to
that.
be mean.
Right.
So like
Me. Yeah.
Like you,
well,
like
that's
what if
because
they-
I'm low.
But that's what I'm
I have to
saying.
be nice.
Is there like a certain, so like celebrities are allowed to be human? Like we have to make an allowance for that. Like if they're having a bad day, but like you as the host, you always have to be on. You're not allowed to go in there and like start asking them like mean questions or be like abrasive.
They're like,
You're going to be like, I don't like this guy. It's
Yeah.
horrible. You have to be 100%.
But I have negative energy. In
So one of my ones is before I worked here, I worked at a restaurant called Caroline down the street. And Baker Mayfield came in. He's a football player, Joe. He came
I
in.
did
played
look
for
to you.
Cleveland
and
Browns.
I was the host. I was like at the hosting because I was the host. And he came in and I was on the phone and I like gave him I gave him the the weight finger.
Oh boy.
Whoa. Camry did that to me literally 5 minutes
I
ago.
think of you as you're
swear.
on the same level as Baker Mayfield in my brain.
Whoa.
So I gave him the finger and then I thought about it and I was like, oh, I hope that wasn't rude. But I was like, but I would do that to anyone.
Mhm.
Because I'm on the phone and they started talking to me and I was like, oh, and I didn't want to be like, I could have been like, oh, wait a second. But it was just instinctual and I went, and then when I sat them at the table, I tried to be like, hey, guy, like, what'd you do last night? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like,
Yeah.
He's
I
like,
was like, okay, I'm sorry.
You're the lady from earlier.
I'm going to go.
I do
So,
want to
yeah.
say we have like no time, but I just want to say I urinated next to Matthew McConaughey once. Brittany, final
I
celebrity
played
story.
ping pong with Michael Bublé. That's the end.
Ping pong with Bublé?
Mhm.
Ping pong with Bublé?
Yeah.
Ping pong with Bublé?
Bublé.
Ah, the memories. I'll actually tell you my urination with Matthew McConaughey story.
Oh, please do.
So I was at the movie theater and I was urinating at the urinal. I know. Camry's face is shocked if you're listening to the audio. And he comes up next to me. I'm there. So doesn't happen often where a celebrity approaches you and where you're holding your penis in the air, in the open air. And yeah, I hope not. And yeah, but it was that thing where I was like, oh, I'm very aware that it's Matthew McConaughey, you know, he just has that, you know, all right.
Nope.
He looked at me and he said, all right. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't speak because you can't say hello to someone when you're holding your penis in the air. So that's the story. That's the juicy tidbit. I hope you liked it.
Oh, I don't like that you said juicy tidbit.
Why?
Because you were just talking about nothing. Anyway.
Let's go to a commercial break.
7 Minutes in Hell is proudly brought to you by TheCHIVE.
Feeling bland, boring, and uninspired? Want an easy way to lift your spirits and make life worth living?
TheCHIVE has the perfect thing to soothe what ails you. Chive Teas. Chive Teas are like a hug from an old friend on a crisp autumn eve.
Or a tall iced tea on a hot summer's day.
Wear a Chive Tea out and about and get ready for the compliments. So many compliments you'll feel like my smile. Loved by all.
Don't settle for bland and boring when you can be bold and beautiful. Shop the store at thechivery.com and shine on like Joe's Grill.
Welcome back. We're still here with Joe and his top 3 topics of the podcast. So on to number 2, baby. Let's see what you got.
Number 2, this is the thing I like about this podcast is that we are primarily an educational podcast.
Of course.
People can listen with their families and they can learn something about urination conduct or how to wipe your ass. That was another episode, but that's not what I'm going to talk about here. I'm going to talk about a time where I really learned something because it wasn't my topic that I brought in. It was actually a guest topic. And that guest was Emily Johns, who also works with us.
Queen of Coins.
The Queen of Coins. And now the Queen of Lady Boners, because that was her topic. And this is not something that I really knew much about. And so Emily really enlightened me. I hope she enlightened the audience. Let's listen now to Emily's topic of lady boners.
So it's been a topic that I weirdly know a lot about, and I wanted to hear just kind of your perspective and thoughts on the lady boner. Start the clock.
Who now? The lady boner.
Like, do you think it's a thing? Did you know about it? Did you know
like
how it happens?
Physical thing or feeling?
Both.
Yeah.
I mean, a male's boner is both. Kind of like you mentally get. No, I know, because you guys have like the weird like Home Depot boners and stuff that you can't really control.
Hold on.
What does that mean?
We're like a random.
The 2 men in the room, which is me and Brandon,
A random
very
boner,
confused.
like a random boner in the middle of like the grocery store, like a Home Depot. It happens. I've seen it. I've seen
Home
boners
Depot,
at Home
but I've had one on a bumpy road. You know what I mean? Or
the bumpy road boner and the Home Depot
the
boner.
BRB.
You might wake up with one and you're like, I was just dreaming about something entirely
Home Depot.
Different. I was dreaming about Home Depot.
It's where you get your wood.
Hey.
So anyway, lady boner is.
Someone's nervous.
Well, I think women get aroused.
Right.
You think?
Well, I do.
He's like, I don't know for sure.
I do think.
So it turns out I did a lot of research on it. It's a thing.
Explain.
It's just internal. The words I'm going to use are words that I don't like using normally. So like, forgive me in advance.
Should we censor them?
No, they're not. I mean, maybe, to be honest. So it's like a man gets a boner when all the blood like rushes to his
And why don't you
member.
describe what a boner is for the listeners?
Do you really want me to do that?
Google.
I can't. Yeah, Google how to get a boner.
No.
Don't. So all the
think
blood
it's so.
like rushes, right? And that's what makes you add attention. So women do the same thing, but internally, like all the blood will rush.
Where?
And it inside the
To what?
I can't.
Say it.
The clitoris.
Joe doesn't know what that is.
Yeah.
Come on.
A lot of people
I
don't,
could
and it's
point it
really
out
sad.
on a sketch.
No, but like internally it'll grow and like all the blood will rush there and like become a whole like thing. But it came this big debate is that it should not be called a lady boner. because that's the man's term is a boner, which made me so mad. But I will say they did make a good point. If you drew a cartoon bone, it looks like a boner.
What do they come up with another name for it then?
I polled a couple women in the office, and we came up with tenting.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. It's a working title, but it's based on how your body like relaxes and opens.
Okay. But
Like,
even then,
and then the guy can pitch in the tent.
Okay.
You know, like put the pole in the tent to build it up.
Oh. But the hard thing is a lot of people struggle to assemble tents. Oh, well, maybe that's why it's more accurate.
Yeah.
Because you're like, where does this pole go?
The whole thing is like, well, it takes time for women. So it's like foreplay is important.
What?
Men usually just like, exactly. You're just like, let's get to it.
Set up the tent.
Yeah, the build up.
So, I mean, you're saying that it is a physical...
Right, but it's like, what's the right thing to call it? Because a lady boner also is kind of gross for a woman. Like, why does it have to be a lady? We don't say women's basketball player. We just say basketball player. We've changed that narrative. But we're trying to change the narrative. So we're trying to change the narrative on lady
We can't just
boner.
say, I have a boner.
Isn't it?
I don't think anyone should say that phrase, man or woman or otherwise.
But what if you're in Home Depot?
You're like...
And if you say I have a boner and it's in fear, that's okay. If you're like, I have a boner. But if you're
do you get scared? Do you get scary boners?
Oh, of course. You get every emotion of boner. Happy, sad.
I don't want to say
I don't think I've ever heard of a sad boner.
Some people get aroused at a funeral.
Right, but that's not a sad boner.
No, it is sad. Well, it's around.
Some people do
like,
get
so you've gotten a boner while you're crying.
I'm not saying that.
We know someone that.
We know someone.
Oh.
He might have worked here at one time, but we will not say.
I would rather not know because that thought is just really disturbing to me. That's like serial killer vibes.
But that's the thing is a man's boner can sometimes be disconnected from what's happening. You know, you hug.
Well, so can a woman's.
You hug a sad person and then now you're like, uh-oh.
I mean,
you know what I mean? You're at Home Depot. You're like, uh-oh.
Look at that screwdriver.
The smell of sawdust.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's actually not a bad smell.
It's a
Does
great
it turn
smell.
you on?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm just kidding.
Never mind. Forget I asked.
Shh.
You have a lady boner?
Just thinking about sawdust. Gets me aroused.
I'm just letting that sink in. But there is science behind now.
There is.
Oh my gosh.
Our producer Brandon wrote. He's never done this before. No,
He's never done
But
this
he
before.
put it on the screen.
For us to see. I don't know what he wants to. It says
I think
steamed clam.
I think that's his term.
That's your version.
For a lady boner?
Steamed clam.
Is your clam steamy?
Or it's like
hot.
what about like a preheated oven?
Oh.
Okay. I like
Because
this.
then like during, you know how like if you have an oven and you can set the preheat, like mine has a timer. So I said it's like 400 degrees, right? And I'll start counting down from 15 minutes. Like that's my foreplay time. And then the oven's preheated.
ding.
Let's go.
It's your loving oven.
My loving
oven.
oven.
But you got to
How
get it
about-
warmed up first.
Maybe you say, my loving oven is set to 69 degrees.
that's cold.
What?
That's not
That's
gonna heat up.
cold.
It's too cold. Well,
That's
but
like, and that's like almost
420,
trying too
420
hard.
degrees.
Yeah.
what, are you getting high now? That doesn't make sense.
Maybe.
Okay, we only have a minute. We need to settle this.
We need
because
to
we only
pick
have 7
They're
minutes.
looking at us.
Okay,
to
so
settle
we need
this.
the phrase.
Okay.
We need
So
to all
there's,
agree.
I don't like tenting.
I don't
That's
like tenting.
That's what the
have
internet,
steamed
that's what,
clam.
what was it? Healthline.com told me.
Don't go back to my topic. I'm like really stressed about it.
There's steamed clam,
Okay.
preheating the oven,
Preheating the oven.
pitching a tent,
That's what guys-
which is
about-
still tenting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think guys are pitching
Well,
tents.
the guys have the poles for the tent.
But when your
you're
erection
wearing
looks like a
pants.
pants tent when you're a man. If you're lucky.
If you're like,
Otherwise, it looks like
It's a little
pile
mound.
of dirty
like
laundry.
it's like a dog hidden under a thing of blankets.
Yeah. All right. 10 seconds. So I guess steamed clam.
I really
I
don't,
don't
want
wanna call it steamed
No, I don't want
clam.
that tied to my name.
Then
Happy. Nope.
Happy. We're gonna call it when
Happy.
women are happy.
women get happy.
Women.
Hey, baby, you happy?
Gosh, it's not only educational, but then at the end, we're really coming up with groundbreaking information that hopefully people will refer to their lady boner as happy.
I've already heard it on the streets.
What?
No, I haven't.
What? Someone yelled at you?
Yep.
Show me you're happy?
Well, not that exactly, but
Well, hey, are you happy? I ask a lot of women that. I'm like, are you happy?
oh God,
And they go,
nope.
sure.
Oh,
Anyway, let's get to our final topic and our final guest on my list of my absolute favorites. This was our Halloween spectacular. I like this episode for a lot of reasons. Spooktacular. Good. We had a person we've never met before. Her name is Misha Mai. She turned out to be so fun, so nice. I think she mentioned to us like right away. She was like, I can't wait to come back on the episode that's not Halloween themed. So like, I was already like, whoa, you like us? You like me?
doesn't happen often.
Misha, you like me? And I cried. And that's beautiful because you don't always meet someone who like it instantly is like,
Right away.
I want to come back. So I'm already like, gotta be the best. But this topic was so fun, because we really focused on Halloween. And this one was the topic that I thought you'd be okay hearing again in December. So this topic is which monster you'd like to have sex with. Let's hear. Guys, I would like to introduce a new topic. Is that okay?
Yes.
As long as you call me Swamp Daddy, yeah.
Okay. Okay, Swamp Daddy.
Hereby only referred to as.
Yes, Swamp Daddy. I have a topic, and there's a song, everyone loves it. It's called The Monster Mash.
I've heard
And it's about all these monsters, I don't know, getting together in a
graveyard smash.
Graveyard smash. Well, here's the thing. There's like a sexual energy behind that song. And I think most people would agree. So what I thought would be interesting is to make the Monster Smash bracket, and we'll say who of these horrifying monsters is the most smashable. And by the end of this 7-minute topic, we will have the winner of the most smashable monsters. Start the clock. Your first matchup, Zombie versus Wolfman.
Wolfman. I'm glad we can agree. Zombie, he's gonna fall apart.
That's gonna stink
Yeah.
too.
It's gonna stink.
It's gonna stink. He might not even have all his parts.
That's true.
Oh no.
Get him out of here.
See ya. Okay, Chucky versus Sully from Monsters Inc.
Oh, come on, Sully.
Sully.
Okay.
Not the doll Chucky. No.
No.
The children's toy.
Maybe this bracket was too easy.
No, well, it's gonna get harder.
It's
right?
gonna get harder.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going on to Frankenstein's monster versus Beetlejuice.
Ugh.
Who
I was like,
who is more bangable?
Oh,
And look at that
Beetlejuice
photo.
is so ugly.
But
But at least he's like a
funny.
human body, kind of.
Well,
Yeah.
so does Frankenstein's
that's
monster.
True.
It's just
It's
hodgepodge.
Yeah.
Of
whose
body.
parts did he get? That's what
Mm,
I want to know.
Yeah. Because he's got the height going for him.
Okay, and like attractiveness. Yes, he's got the height going for him. But Beetlejuice is funny.
Beetlejuice is funny. We
funny.
love a funny king.
But
He's a little manic.
He's
he's-
crazy.
yeah.
I think I'm going Frankenstein's monster.
I think so too. Frankenstein's monster. He follows instructions really well.
Just keep the
said it.
candles. Keep the
Yeah.
candles away from
No
him.
wax play.
Okay. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned this, but I have filled out this bracket before. So
Ooh.
I already have my
Okay.
answer locked in.
So we'll.
So we'll see if we match up.
Got it.
Sweet.
Okay. Okay, then Dracula versus Pinhead.
Ooh.
And Pinhead is from Hellraiser.
yeah,
the movie.
I. Do
I actually
not.
just cosplayed Hellraiser
What?
recently.
Oh, really?
That one's sick too. Yeah.
Were you
sorry.
Pinhead?
No, my friend was Pinhead and I was the Gasp, which
See,
is
I
from the
haven't
newer
seen,
movie.
I haven't
but-
seen
Oh
it.
my gosh. Well,
I haven't seen anything.
Pinhead is just. You did pick a bad picture for Dracula though, but I would have to.
Whoa.
I love
rude.
that. I love that
Sorry.
version of
Rude
to
Dracula
Nicolas
though.
Cage.
That-
No, yes, I do love that version, but he looks so creepy. But I still want to pick him.
Oh, but Pinhead is the straight up sadist.
Oh,
Straight
so I
up.
guess it depends on what you're looking for.
like
Mhm.
to the next
Yeah,
level.
Dracula.
Yeah, Dracula.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Vampires are kind of
They're in.
Sexy to
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
people. Okay.
Sexy to some people. Okay.
Not me,
Okay.
though.
Well, I don't want to telegraph my feelings.
We can hear who you voted for.
Yeah.
Medusa versus the Invisible Man.
You can't.
Medusa's hot.
Medusa is hot.
That's literally why she was cursed and everything.
Yeah,
she was
because
just,
she was so hot.
she was just too hot.
I say Medusa.
Too hot to
Is he
handle.
going to be wrapped up like? Because he's usually wrapped up.
I mean, he can be
Unless
however
he
you want him. You know what I
unwraps.
mean?
And then I'm like, I can't see what's going on.
But you
Yeah.
remember that scene from Scary Movie where she was like
Oh,
by
she's
the
like,
ghost
with the
kind of
ghost,
thing? You
and
can
she's just
kind of
like
play that out with Invisible Man.
banging her head against the- That's true too.
Still Medusa.
What them?
Okay, Medusa.
What
whoa.
them snakes do? You know
What them snakes do.
Oh, no. But yeah, you can't make eye contact with her.
She
Right?
wears sunglasses.
blindfolded.
Hey,
Ooh.
okay.
He wears
Ooh.
sunglasses.
Maybe they should hook up. The Invisible
I think
Man.
they should.
and Medusa.
Perfect.
Okay, next one. Pennywise versus the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man.
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay, we got this is kind of a.
I don't like
Children's
either
show.
of them.
Remind me what the Stay Puffed Man looks like.
What do you think? He's kind of like a sailor.
Hey,
He's got
sailor.
them marshmallow baby thighs.
Okay, well, that's not the best selling point.
Well, I wish
I
I wouldn't have
hate-
said that.
I
to be
hate
honest.
clowns so much, though,
Mhm.
but I don't want baby thighs.
And his face.
And-
Face. Both of their faces are
Both
like
of
on
their
the
faces.
Yeah.
spectrum.
But Pennywise is kind of a
opposite.
freak. He can like contort his body.
Okay, so I think we'll lock in Pennywise just for.
What? No.
No?
Are you saying Pennywise?
You want Stay Puffed?
If you say Stay Puffed, I'll go with Stay Puffed.
I'm going Stay Puffed.
I would go.
Okay,
Okay,
we'll go for
because I really do
marshmallow.
hate clowns.
He's got the dad bod.
I just didn't like.
Yeah,
what he
he's
said.
got that dad bod. You know, more. What did they used to say? More cushion for the push.
Oh my god.
There we go. That's
They
the
sure
right,
say that.
That's the right.
Okay, The Fly versus Godzilla.
Oh, Godzilla.
Okay, we don't even need to go there.
Not the Fly. Godzilla. It's Godzilla.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I don't
The
think I'd
Fly
actually
is
seen The
gross,
Fly.
But, it starts as Jeff Goldblum. There's some Jeff Goldblum in there. Bigfoot versus Other Mother in Coraline. Okay.
I think we're both like, the other mother is scary.
She turns into like a spider.
She is
kind of
scary.
I don't know. Spider ladies are kind of hot.
woman. Mhm.
Yeah, but she wants to take your eyes.
And what's Bigfoot want?
Nobody knows. He may not exist.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Oh, okay. We gotta. Okay. What do you think?
You call it.
What if I said other mother?
Okay, great.
Go for it.
I loved how you
Other
said that.
mother.
Other
All right, let's
mother.
move on. Now we're going
Okay.
back. So now it's Wolfman versus Sully from Monsters.
That's
Inc.
hard.
I don't think Sully is sexy.
Okay, Wolfman. Oh,
Look at him.
he's got a great smile.
He's a good. Actually, you know what? He's a good guy.
He's a really
Okay,
good
Sully.
guy.
I say Sully.
Sully.
You want to
Sully.
smash the good guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Frankenstein's monster versus Dracula. This is a classic matchup.
Do you want Dracula?
Dracula, yeah, easy.
Drac. Okay, Drac is back. Um,
Is
we're
bad.
going to go Medusa versus the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man.
Medusa.
Medusa.
Okay. Yeah, these are getting easier now. And then Godzilla versus Other Mother.
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Oh, thank
Okay.
you. I was
down.
almost worried.
We're down to the final four. Sully versus Dracula.
Sully versus Dracula.
Ooh.
Well, if it's that version of Dracula that we're looking at, not like some Edward Cullen version,
Right.
or then
It
I'm gonna
does
have
depend
to
on
go.
the version, but we like Sully.
yeah.
Okay. Sully's in the final two. And it's
Why are you
Medusa.
surprised? Are you?
I don't judge here, except when I do. Medusa versus Godzilla.
Oh.
I think Medusa's a practical size.
Okay. I think it's a logical
No,
choice.
she wanted-
Do you want Godzilla?
she
We'll put
wanted
Godzilla.
I don't know what I want.
It's hard. You have to make such quick decisions.
Oh my gosh,
about
especially
who
this
you're gonna
last
smash.
one.
Okay, I'm gonna put Godzilla.
Okay.
No, Medusa. Do Medusa.
Oh, Medusa.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sully versus Medusa.
Shit.
That's hard.
That's hard.
What was yours?
Hurry!
Medusa.
Ugh.
Do you agree?
Say again.
She wants Sully.
What do you want?
Medusa.
I said Medusa. Oh, I think it's crazy that we all chose Medusa.
I think it's right in the universe.
I really didn't think that would happen, but she's got something special about her.
You were shocked that Sully made it to the.
Sully didn't
Top two.
belong
I disagree.
where Sully ended up.
I disagree. He's a top scarer, and scary make corny, right?
Okay.
Talk about that in the episode as well.
Oh, one thing I did want to say, we had a debate yesterday with guest of the show, Elizabeth, about, I don't know why she said this, but she said something like mosquitoes have sexier legs than spiders. And I was like, are you insane? I instantly had like 3 examples of spiders that are sexier in like cartoons and stuff. I even mentioned the Coraline mom.
Well,
and
I
then
disagreed.
Listening to this episode, Misha says spider ladies are kind of hot. So I think we all agree spider legs hotter than mosquito legs. Let us know in the comments if you agree with that or if you don't agree with that.
And if you think Elizabeth is in the right, which is insane.
Yeah, make
she's never
one
right.
good argument about why mosquitoes are hotter. I would love to see one. Even if you disagree, I don't think there's one argument. But we've loved making this podcast for this year. Our first year, we've learned a lot and we've had some fun. And so, yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys all the time. If you have certain things you want to hear us talk about, we're clearly well educated.
So much.
And we'll provide a lot of insight into whatever you want us to talk about. So let us know future topics, but I'm looking forward to next week.
Oh, moi? Yeah. Where I discuss my top 3 topics of the year.
I am looking forward to that. So guys, stay tuned. Camry's now she can't include any of my picks.
No, and I wouldn't have.
Oh, see, that's why we like this, because we're different people. Anyway, subscribe, rate, and give me a kiss.
Don't have to do that last thing.
Well,
I think we can get arrested for that.
That one's only for my girlfriend.
Okay.
Or a dog. You know, they could lick my face. Oh, no. Why do I always say the worst thing at the end of the show? Probably because hopefully no one's still listening. Goodbye.
Bye.
And see you next week.
Come back for me.